As we all know, it's really important to make a really positive first impression. So the beginning of any sales call is crucial in order to capture the attention of the client and make sure that you set a firm base for how you would like that conversation to follow. So in this brief session, we're going to look at some techniques around how to achieve this. Before you pick up the telephone, it's really important that you do some research on the client that you're going to be talking to, just to make sure that you're completely up to date with what's happening in their world. Of course, you can do this in a number of ways, looking at their website, looking at the tracking on your database to see who spoke with them last, speaking to other colleagues, and so on. Having said all of that, there is a danger that we can over-research and spend so much time researching that we don't actually get to pick up the phone. So this needs to be done in proportion. Of course, when you do actually pick up the phone, it's important that you introduce yourself professionally. If you've never spoken with a client before, we always recommend using your full name. So hello, my name is Anthony Donovan. I'm calling from XYZ organisation. At this stage of the call, there's every likelihood that the person you're talking to doesn't necessarily want to speak to you, or more importantly, know why they should speak to you. So it's important that we bring in a value statement as quickly as possible. Now, a value statement is essentially a benefit statement, a reason for them to want to listen to you. So for example, you may say something like, I read with interest on your website that you have recently invested in XYZ, and the reason for my call is to see if we may be able to add some value to that. Once you've got your value statement across, and perhaps checked for comfort to make sure that it's a good time for that client to speak with you, it's then really important to take control of the conversation by signposting the agenda. So if you think about a typical sales cycle, this would work something along the lines of, what I'd like to do, Mr. or Mrs. Client, first and foremost is ask you some questions to gain an understanding of what your world looks like. And once I've done that, then I'd like the opportunity to speak to you about what we may be able to offer to see if there's a match. So the cycle works along the lines of asking them questions first, and then and only then selling your features and benefits. For more information on anything you've seen from today, to discuss your views, or indeed to ask for a consultation, please do get in touch. We'd love to hear from you.